Hey everybody, thought today is around building and hiring your team, and it starts to creep in a little bit right now. Like, if I'm doing this interview, how do I know if this is the right person, or how do I know if they're going to do a good job, or is this the right decision? And the real answer to that is, how do you know? You don't. You do your best you possibly can, given the information and the data that you have, and you make the best decision that you can. So, in saying that, when you have a little bit less experience, what I would encourage you to do is to say yes more, because what it's going to do, it's going to get you more repetitions. You're going to start to see and recognize, how is this thing and this person that I'm working with right now, or that I brought on, performing in the real world. And what I would do is I would overhire, because there's a better chance than not, or a better chance, I guess, with the less experience, that you might be wrong. So I would think of it in the law of thirds, is that, if you make three decisions of like to bring people on, one's gonna be great, one's probably gonna be okay, and one is probably gonna have been the wrong decision. And if you only bring on one person, well, you're kind of gambling. You don't know if that's going to be the great person or the maybe not so great person. If you bring on three and you have everybody who's great and you've done a fantastic job, well, the worst thing is you've got more good people to work with. It's going to give you more options. And honestly, there's probably gonna be somebody near you that's made not such a great decision, and they can always use another employee. So what I would say is, again, you're trying to use the data that you have to make the best decision you possibly can. Don't stress about it. Go with your gut. It means a lot as you go. And what you're trying to do is look at past behavior, past performance, to predict future performance the best you can. So I've made a lot of hiring decisions. We brought a lot of people on. I have a pretty good idea, of what we're getting, especially after we go through some of the interview processes that we have. But even I don't go 100%. That's just not real. So what I would say is, lean towards action, make a decision, lean towards bringing somebody on opposed to not, and look for things that are, I'd say, like egregious red flags. And, did they show up on time to your interview? How are they dressed for your interview? What kind of language are they using during your interview? Have they ever had a conflict with a past boss or other leadership position? Have they ever got feedback from somebody they didn't agree with? And if they did, how did they handle that type of thing? Have they ever worked outside? What's the longest day they've ever worked before? Have they ever had a job they didn't really enjoy? Why? And what did they do about it? Those types of things, even just those simple questions, give you an idea of, like, what's this person going to be like to work with? And it's always past performance to predict future behavior, not what do they want to go do. What's the goals they have for themselves in the future? What are the goals that they've set, and how did those go? Is going to give you a whole lot more information. So how do you know? You don't. You're going to do your best to make the best decision you can. Don't stress about that. Lean towards yes right now, because you can always replace somebody. If you lean towards no, your worst case scenario is you don't have a team coming into production. So hopefully that helps. Again, just you got to keep doing things to build the right team, build the momentum that you need to have. Momentum is always going either with you or against you. Do the things, take the action, say yes, to make sure that things can be going in the right direction for you. Hope you guys are having a great week. We'll talk soon.